Welcome back as we continue through element 18 of your life book. Today we continue through element 18, which is the exercise is the gift you give yourself. So we're actually going to be looking at pages 356, 359, really picking up where we left off and then going through as much as we can of level 1. All right. So the 3 progressive levels of this EAT exercises. One is the walking and fitness program. And if you're thinking, well, did we just talk about that last week? This is increasing it, okay? So level 1, walking and fitness program. Level 2 is a resistance program. And level 3, it's actually, we're going to be talking about HIIT, the high intensity interval training, all right? So don't panic yet. We're going to start at the basic because your current level of fitness, that's actually going to decide on how fast you go through these levels, all right? So before you start, especially for those who have been rather sedentary in the past, you want to make sure that you know some ground rules. All right. So, because we're protecting our body from injury and we want to stay safe. So, although the risk to your heart and brain are low, according to research, that Dr. A has in here with cardiac patients, we still want to make sure you start slowly, right? And, we always encourage that you be evaluated by a medical provider. So musculoskeletal injury is actually more likely if you overdo exercise and your activity, really because until your body acclimates to this more strenuous exercise. So keep it slow. We're going to use careful movements for weight training and other strengthening exercises. At the beginning, we're going to keep your heart rate low, between 50 and 65% of your maximum heart rate. So Dr. A goes into how to calculate this in great detail in the book, but I'll give you a real short synopsis. You take the number 220 less your age. So if you are 50, you take 220 less 50, it's 170. All right. So if we want to keep it between 50 and 65%, right, that's keeping it at a low rate. 50% of the 170, it's 85 beats per minute, and 65% of the 170 is 110. So your target heart rate is, for right now, is going to be between the 85 and 110 beats per minute. All right. So if you have an Apple Watch or something, your Fitbit or heart rate monitor, you'll be able to tell, right? As you progress and feel more comfortable, you can aim to get more towards the 67 to 75%. And then actually, once you start feeling more optimal fit, you'll get it up to 85%. All right. So a couple other items, stretching and cooling down are very, very important. So don't push that off and go, I don't need it. Yes, you do. Okay. So now, since you're already walking, right, as part of the NEAT system, which we've talked about last time, right, you're now adding natural, low impact, safe, simple activity, just in a more scheduled version. All right. So it really shouldn't be that much more difficult. What you need is proper clothing, comfortable shoes, a pedometer, right? Or once again, these Apple Watches are great. I was so glad that I got one for Christmas. But it actually, I'll go out for a walk and it says, oh, are you out for a walk? Yes, I am. Let it track it. All right. So anyway, sorry, I digress, but you may be wondering how the NEAT walking you're doing differs from what you're going to be doing on the walking program of EAT, right? So although we added steps on those NEAT exercise, which was helping you burn more calories, it really wasn't intense enough to produce fitness. Okay. The EAT walking program, however, this is designed with fitness in mind. So, because we want you to get those essential cardiovascular benefits, right? Remember the heart, the lungs, right? Super important. So walking, it's convenient, easy to do for most of us, right? You're just going to keep doing it until it become part of your long-term plan for sustainable health. So how do you create a EAT walking program, right, for this success? Well, one, we just say, hey, can you begin 20 minutes a day, right? 5-minute warm up, 5-minute cool down. Once again, stick with me here. Don't say I don't need it. Yes, you do. Okay. So just use this goal. Okay. And so if you do a 5 minutes warm up and then go at a good pace for 10 minutes and then, slow it down for a little bit, 5 minutes. Okay. So this 20-minute session initially, that Dr. A said it's going to be about 1,000 steps, which is about a half mile. So you'll probably consume about 50 calories if your BMI is 30. So you don't need to calculate it. You don't need to do all that stuff. I'm just letting you know what Dr. A says in the book. He already did that work. So If you can add 5 minutes a week or as much time as you're comfortable with, you want to work up to a brisk pace of about 4 miles an hour. Okay. So, and you also want to work up to about 20,000 steps a week. All right. And so that should be by around week 10. Once again, depending on your level of fitness and your weight loss goals. The long-term goal is to walk 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week of a nice brisk pace. All right. So Dr. A also has in here that if you're playing an active sport for an hour, that's going to add approximately 8 to 10,000 steps. Point of reference for you. All right. So that's where we're going to end today. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about picking up that pace and advancing your program. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me as we continue through element 18 of your Lifebook. So please feel free, you know the drill, like, comment, share the post, hop on over to the YouTube channel called Healthy and Vibrant, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.